How about closing your eyes just for a second? Just close your eyes just a second. You hear that? You know what that is? That's the most recognizable sound in the world. So we got an old 870 here. This is my turkey gun. And so I started out with a 12 gauge 870 at about 12 years old. And when you're young and you're out on a dove hunt and you're really hurrying, you don't always get the gun up like you're supposed to. And so we went out. The first day I ever got my limit was with an 870. I probably shot about 4 boxes. And when I came home, of course I was dying by the end of that because my shoulder was killing me, but I got my limit, which back then was 12. And I looked in the mirror and I had bruises all the way from way down here all the way over to about here, because, and which obviously is the reason I shot 4 boxes. So sometimes I was mounting the gun like this or no telling, just all over the place, which is the single worst mistake a shotgunner can make. And so it becomes about, just how consistent you throw that gun up, especially when you're wing shooting, and getting your sight perfect or pretty close to perfect every time. And as a kid, of course, I don't guess I knew that. It's like sometimes you'd put the bead on them and sometimes you'd see the whole barrel, which is a guaranteed miss. And so if you get ready to go wing shooting, and I still do this to this day, I'll spend a little time just throwing it up to get that muscle memory going again, to where it hits your shoulder and your cheek, is laid down on it hard, and your sight picture is straight down the barrel, only seeing the little white dot. So imagine some of you have had some of those experiences too, where you get off and pull the trigger, and of course you miss every time. So that's, I guess you could almost say this 870 model anyway is the first gun I ever really learned how to shoot. What's different about this is they came out with a really cheap 870, and this long time ago, but it has a Parkerized finish. Now, Parkerized finish is what they used to put on military guns in the like World War II. So it's real durable finish, and it's matte finish, and it came with the ugliest, junkiest looking stock I've ever seen. So I've got these fiberglass painted camo replacements and replaced it. Keep in mind, this is a long time ago. But the other big thing about this was it's a 3.5 inch. And so it was kind of the new thing, 3.5 inch, and it had the choke tubes that you could pull in and out, and you could put these special turkey tubes and all this mess, and all this is pretty old. And so me and my buddy, my turkey hunting buddy, we went and bought us a couple because they were so cheap, and we got out there to pattern it. We've never shot a 3.5 inch because they had just kind of come out, as far as we knew anyway. So we get up there and we're gonna do our 40-yard shot and pull the trigger on this thing. And for you guys that know what have pulled the trigger on a 3.5 inch super magnum turkey load on an 870, you know what comes next. And it about knocked us over. Our face was stinging, our shoulder was hurting. And most of the time you don't really feel the shot even when you shoot a turkey. This gun, if you're shooting 3.5 inch, you feel the shot. And so I was hunting with someone else one day and they missed the turkey, and so as it was flying off, I shot 2 or 3 shots at the flying turkey trying to bring it down. And then later that day, I had another turkey get up and shot at him twice in the air. and about dislocated my shoulder with that. These things kick so hard. But anyway, this is just a cheap, cool gun, and it's cool because it's reliable. It's so reliable and so cost effective that if you travel to third world countries, and just about everywhere I've ever been, especially third world, you will see 870s on the streets, garden, ice cream stands and stores and banks and everywhere, and everybody's got an 870. A lot of movies, they'll have an 870 when they're in the bush and this and that. So it's a neat gun, reliable. It doesn't have a lot of glamour to it, but it does get the job done. So enjoyed it. I hope y'all enjoyed that and maybe learned a little something. I hope you'll take care and buy some BaccOff. Yeah, we like that.